Hello, 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 everybody. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. How will you do? Welcome to the Bible, block by block. Today is day 239. For the 239, we're going to be reading clean and unclean meat. That is Deuteronomy 14, verse 3 till 21. Let us begin. Our Father in heaven, holy is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtor. Do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For your kingdom and your glory and your honor forever and ever. Amen. All right. As always, guys, if you guys like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe, follow, put on a notification. I say follow because I post this on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, follow there. All right. Let us begin. Clean and unclean meat. You shall not eat any detestable things. They are the animals which you may eat: the ox, the sheep, the goat, the deer, the gazelle, the wild deer, the wild goat, the mountain goat, the antelope, the mountain sheep, and you may eat every animal with cloven hooves, having the hooves split into two parts, and that chew the cud among the animals. Nevertheless, of those that chew the cud or have cloven hoof, you shall not eat, so that is the camel, the hare, and the hickwax, for they chew the cud but do not have cloven hooves. They are unclean for you. Also the swine is unclean for you, because he has cloven hooves, yet does not chew the cuds. You shall not eat the flesh, or touch their dead carcasses. These you may eat of all that are in the waters. You may eat all that have fins and scales, and whatever does not have fins and scales, you shall not eat. It is unclean for you. All clean bird you may eat, but these you shall not eat: the eagle, the vulture, the buzzard, the red kite, the falcon, and the kite after the kind. Every bird that eat meat, that eat flesh, I guess. Anyway, the little owl, the screech owl, the white owl, the jackdaw, the carrion vulture, the fish owl, the fisher owl, the stork, the heron after its kind, and the hoopoe, the bat, and the bat. Also, every creepy thing that flies is unclean for you. They shall not be eaten. You may eat all clean birds. You shall not eat anything that dies of itself. You may eat it you may offer it for sorry. You may give it to the alien who is within your gate, that they may eat it, or you may sell it to a foreigner, for you are a holy people to the Lord your God. You shall not boil a young goat in its mother's milk. That's it. All right. Well, why was I having a hard time with it? Anyway, those are two reading things, and then I'll go to make up for my reading issues. Phenomenon. Anyway, time capsule. Let's read that. 1336 to 1327 BC. Tutankhamun became pharaoh and reversed Akhenaten's reform. 1323 to 1295 BC. Horemheb, pharaoh of Egypt. 1315 BC. Moses flee Egypt based on late Exodus. 1321 to 1298. Reign of Hittite king Musilis II described in the text of Anitas. 1308 to 1274. Adonai I of Assyria conducted campaign against Mitanni. 1300 BC. Assyria loses control of Babylonia to the Kassites. Alright, there's one more. Plant and animals. It is difficult to find a single principle that explains the rationale behind a specific assignment of animal to the clean and unclean group. Really? Difficult. It is not difficult. Like I said, yeah, we're not written by believers, that book. I'm waiting for that book. It was not written by believers. So they cannot understand. That's why I said there's a lot of knowledge you have. If you don't have the Holy Spirit, the desire from the Holy Spirit, you can memorize every part says in the Bible. Doesn't mean you're a Christian. Doesn't mean you know God. You need the Holy Spirit in you. God. That is so easy to why God separate all those animals from the other one. I just mentioned it earlier as I was reading. Why those different birds? Because they eat flesh. The carnivore birds. God don't want you to eat those carnivore birds. All the animals that God said you can eat. Take a look. They are all herbivore. And I'm not a genius. I just put two and two together. Why? Because I'm getting close to God. I'm doing my best. Not I, the Holy Spirit. Use me. To use my common sense. A lot of times you say nothing to do with my common sense. It's just straight out the Holy Spirit. But this one was common sense. I don't want to lie on the Holy Spirit. This one was just common sense. Like, come on now. That's what happened. We're far away from God. Doesn't matter how much knowledge you have. That's why a lot of people don't believe. Because the problem is not in the head. It's not that you don't have a proof for God, you don't have a fact, you don't have anything that proves God. It's not that. It is not a problem of the mind. It is not a problem of intellect. It is a problem of the heart. That's all it is. It's a problem of the heart, not intellect. You're telling me you can figure that out. Because our scholars are in this book. And then nobody like me figured out why. Again, it is not an intellect issue, it's a heart issue. They are not close to God. They cannot understand God, why God does what he does. Why if they try the best to pinpoint it with some other people, that must have been why they get that love from. They must have got it from these people. Oh, that must have been why they're trying to figure God out. You can't figure God out. God has to reveal himself to you. He has to reveal himself. You can figure him out. Period. While you feel you get Unitarian, they cannot comprehend God. They're trying to understand God and letting God reveal himself to them. They cannot comprehend it because they're trying to compare God with what we have on earth. Even if we compare to what we have on earth, we never have one thing, not just one thing by itself. That's just me. Your hand has different parts. Again, I'm not doing partialism here. I'm not telling you looking at the Trinity is different part. Understand me here. I'm just saying. They always like, oh well, how can this, we don't have anything that's all compared to God. Good. We shouldn't. But still, there's no such thing in this world, not just one by itself. Even a cell have a lot of stain in it. A cell in your body. A couple of many parts. Telling me, oh, there's nothing that's just one. Everything, you don't find anything that's one, that's two, but one thing. Really? You're not looking. But anyway, let's just read that thing and then let you guys go. Just as I'm reading it, I just noticed something. They have the intellect. They do not have the mind of God. That's why this book was pissing me off and you got a lot of the stuff. It's not that they're not smart. They're not close to the source of wisdom. Let's read that thing they have. Let's finish reading it and then I'll let you guys go. Anyway, planted animals. It is difficult to find a single principle that explains the rationale behind the specific assignment of animals to the clean and unclean group. The forbidden birds include all the birds of prey. These birds eat food that they find already dead. This was considered objectionable for religion, though not necessarily unhealthy. Really? You're like, oh, what? Those wasn't really unhealthy. Really? Those wasn't unhealthy. You're joking, right? You are joking. So close. They come so close. So bloody close. The rationale. As I said it before. The rationale. Alright guys. Thank you for being here. Pray for me, I pray for you. Remember, you can never outsmart God. The problem is not, it's here. Alright guys, bye. See you guys next time.